Hello everyone and welcome to another video, another meeting with the expert. This is our typical series of trading psychology videos, and this time we will be talking about the trader development path and its traps. What is going on the trader's personality and the trader's experience during the development as mentally and behaviorally as a trader. So this is the topic of today's trading psychology video. Of course, I will have to show you the disclaimer at the beginning of our meeting. So let's start with a quote. This quote is from the Abe Cohen, which is a trading mentor, and he said, becoming a great trader is a marathon, not a sprint. And this is very important to keep in mind, keep notice for this quote, because plenty of the beginner traders, they are starting trading with easy come, easy go mindset, they are trying to make very quickly, very effortlessly big profits, because what they think is that this is what trading is all about. So they're trying to be sprinters, but in reality, trading is not a sprint. It's more like a marathon, more like an activity that requires time and effort to be successful in, just like any other profitable profession. So what is the agenda of today's meeting? The trader development path and its traps video presentation is mainly focusing with on three topics: the difference between gambling, trading and investing, which is very important to know this difference. Of course, the whole concept of the trader development path and its stages, and the traps or problems or questions during this development, during the traders climbing up on the development path, on the development stairs. So those three topics will be discussed during our meeting. Please remember about my standard quote. I guess this is my most important quote, which says, one of the biggest hurdles you have to overcome as a trader is staying in the market long enough that you understand the market mechanisms and that your psyche, your learned and habitual reactions are no longer your enemy. And this video is about how to stay in the market, to be a marathon runner, how to stay long enough that you understand your psyche, of course, and the market mechanism, which are really the key stages, the key areas to explore during your development path. So how does it look like? We will start with the question: can you tell the difference between gambling, trading or investing? Just think about it for a minute, and let me just pause this video for like 30 seconds and just give me one reason at least between that differs, gambling and trading and investing. Those are not the same terms, of course. From my point of view, the main difference between gambling and trading, and plenty of people are saying this is the same thing, trading on the stock market or gambling in casino, this is the same thing, and trading is the same thing as investing. They are all wrong. Why? From my point of view, gambling is activity that anyone can do. Anyone without any experience, any knowledge, or with really basic knowledge. If you are literate, you can do this. Basically, if you can count, if you have basics of mathematics, you can do gambling. And gambling is basically activity for everyone with minimum effort, minimum knowledge, where your edge is 50-50. Basically, your edge is even lower than 50-50%. So either you will win or even you will lose. But if you go to casino always win, because the casino has always a better edge than you have in any particular game you play, like a blackjack or roulette or whatever you want, basically, right? So that's the gambling. Trading is different, because in order to be a good trader, you need to learn, you need to develop your system, you need to develop your edge, which be better than 50%. Might be 51, might be 61, might be 81% in your favor, right? So the odds must be in your favor, but it cannot be 50%. Either the market goes up or down. This is not trading, this is gambling, basically. And of course, you need to develop as a trader. That means you need to follow the trader development path, which is universal for all of the traders, for all of the people involved in this activity. This is something that doesn't actually happens if you are a gambler, because the eventual path in gambling is that you will gamble just for the sake of gambling, and eventual profits and losses are not your main aim. The other thing is in trading, right? So you don't want to trade just for the hit just for the rush of adrenaline to your head, because you like it so much, and the dopamine paths in your brain are exactly what is being rewarded for this kind of behavior. You don't trade if you don't have a setup, right? You don't trade if you don't have a signal from your system, and so on and so on. So that's the difference between gambling and trading. Trading is not gambling. Professional trading is definitely not gambling. And what's the difference between trading and investing? Basically, when you invest, you give people job. For example, you invest in a company. That means you want this company to prosper. You want this company to be better than it is right now, to give you profit. So you need to, let's say, do some changes, employ more people, develop some kind of let's say, buy new machines or whatever you need to do to what you think, of course, that will bring more money, more profit, more revenue eventually, after you invest the money. So you create something. You create a job. You create like a wages for or salaries or whatever for the people. This is when you invest, and you generally invest larger amount of money than you do during the if you are trading. And if you trade, you don't care about the company you trade. You don't care about the stock you trade. You don't care about the eventual profit or loss of the company. You just want to trade it, and you just want to make money out of it. You don't employ anybody. You don't give people any share of your profit, except of course the broker or the data provider or whatever. So that's the difference between trading and investing. Very often trading is being compared to investing. But investing is not necessarily compared to the trading over the internet, in the social media, so on. This is very popular to change this word trading and investing, because there seems to be similar. They are completely different thing. If you are trading on the stock market, if you are a day trader on a proprietary company, you are a trader, not investor. Okay, you are a speculator. So that's the main difference. And why I'm talking about because people that are the beginners on the markets. It doesn't matter if this is stock market, crypto market, forex market. They are treating this market as a gambling stage, right? So this is the beginning. This is the beginning of the trader development path, when you have the first contact on the with the markets, right? Doesn't matter which one, stock, crypto, forex, doesn't matter. You got some first contact, like a banner over the internet, or maybe some sort of the I don't know, advertisement on all over the social media or whatever. But you got some certain motivation on and a certain life stage, right? That allows you to get interest in the trading activity, right? So your motivation might be, I want to make $1 million, or your motivation might be, I want to be rich, or your motivation might be, I want to quit my job and work only for myself from my home, or whatever your motivation is always something that drives you to the markets on specific life stage, right? Your life stage determines whether you want to be a millionaire or you just want to make some more money for your current salary. Whatever your decisions will be different, and the difference, it will be during the personal. If you look at the strategies personally, the personal differences might be, I want to get out of debt, for example, so I'm gonna trade the stock market, the crypto market, because I have debts to pay, right? So that's another personal difference. Somebody else, for example, I don't know, 50-year-old female, she wants just to make extra cash for her family and to save it for the holiday for the family during the holiday season, for example. So those are the personal differences. Of course, the vast majority of people just want to be bloody rich, or they want to be millionaires. So they make a decision to start trading because they see this activity as an easy activity, when you can just deposit the money on your trading account, you click some buttons, that's it. This is how you make money, okay? Then there is, of course, second stage of trading, when the emotion shows up, like a fear, joy, excitement, panic sometimes. And the beginner traders, they experience a lot of stress, of course, especially when the situation is out of the control and the market is not being so much predictable, or as they say, they cannot beat the market as they want to do. So they change some things. They deposit again, for example, because very often they lose money, and they slowly recognize their trading preferences. For example, there are traders that trade only stocks and they don't touch, for example, crypto markets. On the other hand, there are traders that trade only crypto and don't care about the forex market, and so on and so on. So we got, for example, this kind of traders. They all have the preferences. They all learn about the markets. They see after some time what markets, what stocks, what crypto, maybe some what commodities they like to trade, they feel comfortable with, and they trade it. Very, very often at the beginning stage, there is this stage called the beginner's luck, when the trading is getting very, very easy and the market is giving us rewards for our trading, which is, of course, the profit. And when we are profiting very early on this stage, very, very often the beginner trader is proud of himself. He said, you see, it's not that hard, right? I'm satisfied with my results. My self-esteem is going up, it's increasing, because hey, you see, I'm making money, making a lot of money than my friends, than my parents, and so on. He is experiencing positive emotions, right? And because he thinks that he's so good, he risks even more, because hey, if I can do so much money doing this, why not make even more money? So the risk is up, and very, very often this cycle of a first unnaturally big profits ends up with disaster, which is very, very often a complete drainage of the account, because the reason why the beginner's luck is very, very often is that the beginner trader is very, very often doing something just intuitively, without any system, without any strategy, and because of a pure randomness of the markets and pure luck, he is very often getting kind of a rich, and he cannot control his emotions. He is not disciplined. He's not not familiar with a large amount of stress. He cannot trade in a professional manner. Very, very often he loses everything he made he made during the beginner's luck phase. And of course, because he wants to beat up the market and he wants to get the revenge, he very, very often involves into the revenge trade, and then of course it gets even worse. So if you ever will experience the beginner's luck, just take the money and leave. That's my best advice. If you want my advice, that's my best advice. So in the stage one, we are gaining basic knowledge about the market and developing the skills necessary to enter into transaction. Of course, we are overconfident after the first success. We are very proud. Our service team is going up. We are trading on various types of simulators. We are trading on a demo account if we have one, and then we trade small in the volumes, trade in the small volumes on the real market. We of course trying to develop the discipline, the courage, the consistency, the patience, perseverance, and all those qualities of a good traders, and they try to consist our actions based on our acquired knowledge, which is very, very low. So what we are doing, we transit our from the area of incompetence to the conscious use of the skills possessed. This is the result of the beginner's luck step, right? And after we understand this, we need to know that during this path we all have been underestimating the probability of difficulty in succeeding in trading, right? So very, very often plenty of people just give up on this last stage after the beginner's luck happens, because the emotion oscillation from the ecstatic and very, very joyful moments to the deep levels of frustration, anger, and all of the negative emotions is too much for them in such a short time of a time. So they are very, very often way underestimated in terms of difficulty of a trading, and how much it takes really to time and effort, especially regarding to the psychological effort, to be a professional and successful trader. So what is the lesson from the stage one? This is exactly what I was saying at the beginning of our meeting. One of the biggest obstacles you have to overcome as a trader is to stay in the trading game, trading business long enough for market mechanisms to be unstable for you, and your psyche is no longer your enemy. And if you don't stay that long in the market, you simply will give up. So after the beginner's luck, if you of course experience it, if you don't want to continue this kind of a roller coaster, emotional roller coaster, you very, very often just give up, because you didn't stay market long enough to know yourself and to know the market mechanism, right? But some of these beginner traders step up on another step, and they want to become a trader. They want the money back. They want to know themselves. They want to know the market mechanism, because they are amazed how that happens. I'm an intelligent person. I have a degree or something like this, or I run a business and I've been mocked and washed out, worn out by the market. How and why this happened to me? So they open they deposit more money, or they open another account, and they trade and trade and trade. And of course, after the series of first losses, which is the step 4, they have this overwhelming feeling of a failure, that maybe they don't actually, despite the fact that they are trying, maybe they don't actually fit to this business. And then of course we got these cognitive mechanisms that are very, very very often are kicking in. They are triggered by this kind of emotions, because we don't want to think about ourselves in a bad way. So we got this dissonance between what we think about our activity and how are the results on our trading account. And of course we blame the others for our losses, right? The analytics, the markets, the people that influence the markets, of course. And if we make some money, then of course we think that this is because we are so good traders, right? So this roller coaster and this feeling of a failure and necessity to basically to face our psyche and the market in front of the market mechanism, they give us they beg the question, should I give up? Right? Some people just give up. They said, okay, I'm done with this. I don't want to. This is too much for me. Too many failures in a row. I can't cope with it. I give up. Those who enter the another step, they change the strategy. They change the strategy because the chaos prevails. The emotion of fear is too much for them. Sometimes they even panic. Of course, the self-defense mechanisms are kicking in, and they change everything. They think that in their trading, right? They think that maybe that's because of my strategy. Maybe that's because of the amount of money I have on my account, and so on and so on. And if they will not find out what is causing this behavior of them, they think like, okay, that's a complete failure. And if I will not find the right system, right signal provider, right mentor or something like this, I'm out of this business. So they enter the step 6 when they, without knowing that only their own effort, their own actions are being under the control to the certain point, not the market mechanism, not the market behavior. Those are out of their control. So they are looking for something that could be better for their trading, like they reconstruct the knowledge. They thought like, okay, maybe this technical analysis aspect is not good for me. I will change. I will try something different. They start to auto-analyze themselves. I mean, they start the traders day traders log, right? They write down what is going on, what kind of trades they have, how do they feel with them, what's happened, what mistakes they made, and so on and so on. They self-evaluate themselves, which is why the self-esteem is slowly increasing, and they do not accept any kind of authority anymore, right? Because they're looking for the right system. They accept only the experience and the knowledge integration. Plenty of new knowledge is being right now available for them, because what they thought about the trading before is completely out of the question, is completely wrong, and they right now need to acquire completely different knowledge based on completely different sources, which are not external basically, but more like they are based on the auto-analysis, on self-evaluation, on observing themselves in front of the trading desk, in front of the markets, basically, right? And from this feedback, they might do something better. So they're trying to match the trading strategy and the trading style to traders' personality. Maybe day trading is not very good for me. I don't fit with this trading style. Maybe I should be swing trader. They are trying to acquire practical skills, that they develop the knowledge, completely new knowledge about market mechanism and proper trading approach. They do some sort of the activities and acquire some skills subconsciously, right? They are starting to trust their intuition on this stage, and experiencing and dealing with the first painful series of loss that test the level of commitment, of confidence, of discipline, and mental resistance of a trader is the key factor in this stage to overcome and to jump towards the stage, towards the step 7. So, lessons from the stage 2. The next obstacle you have to overcome as a trader is to develop your own personal system, personal approach to trading based on analysis. Doesn't matter what kind, technical, fundamental, systemic, statistic, emotional, whatever analysis, proper money management and trading psychology in order to get the trading edge, which is something that is different. The key different factor between gambling and trading, and this is the point when you understand this is not the gambling. When you experience and understand that this is not the gambling, the trading is not the gambling, and this is completely new knowledge for you. So the trading edge, as you know from my previous videos, is the analysis, is the money management and trading psychology combined, right? So this is the trading edge. You need to have one in order to be successful, profitable trader in the long term. If you don't have a trading edge, if you're asking yourself now, what's trading edge? That means you don't have any, right? So please get into the trading edge topic more deeply. And the last stage, trading in the zone. Of course, for all of you who know the Mark Douglas, they know what I'm talking about. But let me just briefly see the 3 last steps, 7, 8, and 9 of the stage 3. At that stage, at the step 7, the conscious, deliberative trades are being performed. The traders know about his personal preferences, what markets trades, what time frames he wants to trade, or she. He is more disciplined. He is more consecutive on traders. He analyzes his own mistakes. He keeps the trader's log, and he has a strategy fit to his personality. This is it. When the self-consciousness expands, he might be very close to experience something which is called trading in the zone. In the zone, which what I mean is something different than Mark Douglas, but I'm getting this approach from the psychology, from the social psychology. This is what I call and plenty of other psychologists, a flow state of mind, which is very often being experienced during this moment when you are completely deeply connected with the activity you are doing. Basically, you are performing. You are whatever it is. It doesn't really matter when you have this state of a very deep connection with what you're doing, and it's very easy for you. You do everything intuitively. You don't answer questions. You are very self-confident. There is no stress during the flow stage, and you are doing everything without any hesitation, any doubts, with no highly disciplined activity, no problems at all, no stress. This is the trading kind of activity that any trader should experience at least once in his life. If you experience this already, congratulations, you are effective trader. You are a winning professional, successful, profitable trader. And this is the last step, the step 9. So your winning trades are bigger than your losing trades, because every trader, even the effective trader, successful trader, profitable trader, professional trader, has losing trades. That's not the point that they those people do not have the pros, do not have the limitations. But they have different approach. Towards them. They have a different mental skills to cope with them. They have the different skills to cope with the series of a threats. They see it in different way, and of course the losing trades are smaller, and the winning trades are simply bigger than losing trades. And this is one of the keys to be profitable and successful trader. And maintaining this kind of activity as a pro trader is the end of this trader's development path. Basically, you need all of these steps to get to this level. So what do we learn? I mean, what do we have during the effective trader stage? We have skills necessary to create and execute our own strategy that correspond to the personality of the trader, his strengths, his weaknesses, his preferred risk level, of course. We got some unconscious competence. We do some things unconsciously, and we are good at it. We still have the desire for continuous development in order to achieve the higher level of trading. The trading is ongoing process of continuous development. We have a flexible approach and easy adaptation to the changing market conditions. We are not fighting the markets. We cannot fight the markets. We can only fight our own disabilities, our own weakness, our own frustration, and so on. We only can control ourselves to the certain point, not the markets. Market is out of the control. We can transfer our knowledge to other traders, and of course, pro traders have a lot of market experience. The golden 10,000 hours rule is applicable here as well. We understand as a pro traders, we understand the importance of trading, investing psychology, and market mechanisms, and we in the let's say main in our main frame, we don't focus on the market, on market behavior. We focus on our strategy execution. We focus on how to correctly execute our order, our strategy in changing market environment. So we are not focused on the result of any particular trade and on the market behavior. We are focused on correct execution of our strategy and not on the final result. So what are the lessons from the stage 3? The last obstacle you have to overcome as a trader is to find a way to constantly improve your own system while working on discipline, consistency, and on psychological development. So this is the lesson from the stage 3 for anybody that had been here and anyone who is effective, successful, profitable trader. So that's my concept of the trader development path. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please remember that our partner is Global BD Trading, which is the proprietary trading firm based in Katowice, Poland. And if you want to experience the professional trading room environment, please contact them via the means available here on the slide, through the Facebook, Twitter. You can call them, you can send an email, whatever you want. And if you want to experience this kind of environment and to see how the professional proprietary traders are actually trading on the US stock market, then please get in touch with the Global BD Trading from Katowice, Poland, and they will set up for you a professional computer and the platform and all of this necessary equipment for you to trade, to see how it is to trade the US stock markets. From me, that will be everything for today. So once again, thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope I see all of you next time during another trading psychology video, which should be available soon on the YouTube page of the Global BD Trading Company. Thank you very much, and see you next time. Bye bye.